Vanakkam, Namaste, Swagatam. I know the last video was a little big, 20 plus minutes, but my intention is this. I want to make every videos as short as possible intentionally so that the course completion percentage will be more. Instead of beating around the bush and giving hundreds of examples, I would like to come to the point and just tell what exactly you want to know. I don't want to waste your time. I value your time and my time. But when a topic needs more explanation, I can't help. So let's get into the next one. This is called breaking and making moments. You might have get confused by seeing few people. They adamantly say no to something, and suddenly when someone goes and tells something, suddenly everything will change and that person will agree voluntarily, happily, blah blah. You may always get this doubt: how could that be possible? The man was so adamant and so strong, and suddenly he agreed. In movies you might have seen, the climax, a big villain kind of a person will suddenly become a child and agree and smile, and he will also defend and help. All these things happen because of these two things: breaking and making moments. Many a times the breaking and making are not two different things. In a same thing we can see both the things. Let me explain through an example. Imagine there is a tour preparation going on, and all are suggesting a name, and you don't like to go to that place, and you are saying no, no, no. And suddenly when somebody says that it's your friend's decision, your best buddy, he only suggested it, or she only suggested this, then what happens? Suddenly we will literally see a very big opening in our mind. Yeah, that place is also good only, right? Why did I say no? How could this happen? This happens because our friend is our making point and breaking point. Many a times we take decisions not based on analysis, not based on understanding, not based on proper procedures, understanding of pros and cons. No, many a times we take decision based on the making points and breaking points. It is not kind of a split personality. Don't misunderstand. Just now you are like this and suddenly you are like this. This is psychological. No, it's not a problem. It's a natural thing. We all have this. To be frank, we don't realize that we have this. That much I can agree. But it is not a big thing because everybody has this. But the problem is we don't consciously realize that this decision was taken not by me but because of my weak point. This decision was taken not by me because of my kindness towards xyz reason. Let me put forth in a simple way. Two people are happy, two people are unhappy. The happiness of a person and the unhappiness of a person with somebody should be ideally because of that person or with the other person's attitude or xyz. But unfortunately what happens is we all have different points. When someone touches that point, we become an animal. We don't realize how we behave. We don't realize what kind of a stupid decision we take. And after taking a decision, after shouting at our beloved ones, then we will realize, oh, what did I do? How can I say such a statement? Normally, such a word will never come in my mouth. All these statements will come, right? Why do we do that in the first place? Because we don't have consciousness about our making point and breaking point. This is, let's see one more example. Self-esteem. Imagine you have a self-esteem about yourself, and when your beloved ones make fun of you in front of others, which literally questioned your self-esteem, then you may take a situation of even thinking to cut the very relationship because of your self-esteem. If a person is very attached with the self-esteem, then if anybody touches the self-esteem, he doesn't even know, or she doesn't even know what I am doing with what relationship at what cost. No, all the past good deeds, all the great moment of love, we forget in 1 second because of our weak point or breaking point, which is called self-esteem. But in the other side, if someone tells you that you can't do, you are not worth for it, then because of that self-esteem, you will study day and night, and you will even get, pass that course in, flying colors. That is also there. That is why it is yes and no. Why? Because the breaking point can also be making point. The problem is not with our nature. The problem is, are you consciously doing this or unconsciously happening? If your weakness is self-esteem, and if you are conscious, then you can reduce the impact what you can cause to your beloved ones because of your breaking and making point. And when there is a situation where you want to excel your limits, then using the same breaking and making point, you can use it for your own development also. Many a times we end up in a bitter experience because of this inner subconscious nature. And we need to understand what is the relationship of all these things. It's like a same coin. All people undergo this. So if you want to be happy with your partner, if you want to be happy with your father, if you want to be happy with your boss, then you need to understand this. We always get this question. If you have many siblings in your house, you will definitely know this. One out of all the sibling will execute all his desires. He will go to father, he will say something, he will go to grandmother, he will say something or the other. That kid will do something and enjoy. Whereas the other kid will do exactly the opposite. Where to talk, when to talk, to whom to talk, we will not know, and that child will mess up things. In my house, my brother was excellent in doing that. So he will do mistakes and I will get beatings. And when he do the mistake and when he get caught red hand, he will make something so beautiful where everybody will laugh and we will forget that he did a mistake and we are supposed to punish. Whereas when I try something same like him, I mess up things and I get beaten up. Understand, this is not just an action. My brother understood whose weak point is what, whose pressure point is what, which word I should not do, what action I should do, when, where. So this all a person will understand only when a person understands his own or her own plus and minus. You are getting me? So if you want to understand your partner's weak points and pressure points, making and breaking moments, then first you should start in you. You need to understand your making point and breaking point. Now I'm going to just explain a little bit. The making point comes from attachment. You are attached to something, a name, a fame, whatever it is. And the breaking point comes from an aversion. You don't like something. Let's say self-esteem. So you like self-esteem and you are aversioned with losing self-esteem. You are understanding? It's the same coin, two different approach. And what is missing? Viveka is missing. What is Viveka? Viveka is a discrimination, knowing where, when, how, what, why. When a person understands all these things and then use attachment or aversion or what to be done, what not to be done, should I involve myself into this breaking moment and breaking moment, making moment, or I should just step back? This is what is called Viveka. But how to handle this, how to get Viveka, how to completely have control over all these things, that's a big deal. I'm not here to tell all those things. The purpose of understanding making and breaking moment is this. You just at least come to know on what point you make something and at what point you break something. What are all your strength and what are all your weakness psychologically, not the SWOT analysis we are doing here. We are doing a completely different stuff. We are talking about our emotions and our behaviors with respect to our attachments and our aversions. First, try to understand. And how can you understand? Just be conscious. Many times it happens after you mess up things or after you do something, then you will realize, why did I do this? How did I do this? Both things happen. And when such things happen, then when you watch back and walk back and understand the reason, then you will find this is the pattern. Whenever somebody talks bad to me, whenever my mother tells emotionally, I will forget everything and I will do it. Or whenever money point comes, I mess up things. You will understand where exactly is your making and breaking points. Let us get into the next video. Think about this. In activity, we will connect all these things. Thank you.